Welcome and hello. My name is Christopher Lately, mixologist with CxRA, Catering by Restaurant Associates, a New York City-based caterer specializing in live events, both pre- and post-COVID, at premier venues, museums, cultural centers, private homes, yachts, and wherever our cherished clients take us. Now, in this past year, with no live events, we have begun specializing in creating and shipping these wonderful experiential boxes filled with delicious foods, cocktail fixins, and branded items to be used as employee appreciation boxes, as a part of virtual cooking and mixology classes, departmental meetings and happy hours, and holiday events. As a matter of fact, our VP of Sales, Mary Dearborn, later in the event will be asking a question based on some little tip that I'm going to give you during the mixology segment. And the first 6 people to answer yes, they will be given one of our wonderful boxes shipped directly to them. Now, part of our extended family of premier catering companies around the states includes Max Ultimate Foods in Boston, Occasions in Washington, D.C., and a small little mom-and-pop organization you might have heard of called Wolfgang Puck Catering, which is now being featured in the hit HBO Max docu-series, The Event. Make sure that you catch it. Now, enough of that. We are thrilled today to take part in this next meeting powered by Merit's Global Events, and we want to thank the team at PRA for including us today. Now, as a dear lifelong mentor of mine once said to me, I'll meet you at the bar. Welcome to the bar. As you can hear from the occasional clang of a pot and pan over there, we're broadcasting from our state-of-the-art catering kitchens here in Woodside, New York City. Now, my friends like to call me a cocktail whisperer. What does that mean? I'm the guy who goes into your kitchen at home and looks through all your cabinets and stuff and comes up with a lot of strange ingredients to make a fabulous cocktail. A whisperer is somebody who tames a wild animal. In this case, the wild animal is the cocktail, and I'm here to tell you that you too can tame the wild cocktail, okay? All you need to do is listen. Listen to your senses, take stock of what you have around you, and be ready to improvise, okay? You don't need crazy experience, mad skills, or a lot of fancy equipment. All you need is something to measure, something to stir and mix, something to strain. If you don't have a fancy cocktail shaker, a silly little Tupperware will do in a pinch. So, since today is about a celebration of the senses, I've chosen 2 fabulous tasting cocktails from the family of sours, and I am using as my inspiration 2 amazing scents by Joe Malone. Now, let's get started. Now, before we begin, you've all received detailed recipe cards, so please feel free to follow along. Now, our first drink today is a smoky sea salt bergamot Paloma. Paloma is from the sour family. It's like a take on the classic margarita. So, I've already got ice in my shaker here. I've moistened the rim of my glass, which we're going to dip into our sea salt for a nice sea salt rim. We're going to set that aside. Now, I'm going to add 2 ounces of mezcal tequila, which has a nice smoky, woodsy flavor to it. You can also use a silver or a blanco tequila. I'm also going to add an ounce of Italicas, which is a bergamot liqueur. Now, bergamot is a lesser known citrus fruit. You can also use an orange liqueur like Grand Marnier or Triple Sec. We're going to add our grapefruit juice and 3/4 of an ounce of agave and 3/4 of an ounce of fresh, always use fresh lime juice. We're also going to give it just a pinch more of salt and a couple shots of egg white. Now we're going to shake. We're going to shake until it's so frosty that your hand starts to hurt. Okay? Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh ice to my glass over here. And here we go. Absolutely gorgeous. We're going to finish this with some sage leaves for a little bit of lovely odor, smell there, and a lime wheel. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Enjoy. The inspiration for my next cocktail is Joe Malone's English Pear and Freesia, which to me is like moving from winter into spring. It's like a breath of fresh air. So I've chosen a lot of ingredients that have lots of floral overtones to it. So we're going to start with ice in our shaker. I'm using a 4 Roses bourbon, but any bourbon will do. I choose this one because it has lots of nice floral notes, lots of great forward floral tones to it. Now, for sweeteners, I'm going to do a combination of, I've already mixed some white acacia flower, honey with some hot water here. I'm also going to do 3/4 of an ounce of ginger simple syrup, and it tells you how to make it on your recipe card if you want just a little bit more. Now, 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice, 1.5 ounces of pear. Shake this up. Again, until your hand gets so cold that it's a little uncomfortable. Double strain it into this glass full of fresh ice. Excellent. Now we're going to finish with some freesia blossoms. And this is really going to make this a great taste and sense of the nose olfactory experience as you bring it to your mouth. It smells like springtime. Feast of the senses. Salute! God, I'm good.